How you doing? I've been thinking about doing a vlog for a little while about life after college. And I've been kind of putting it off because I didn't want to make a video until I had reached a point in my life where I felt like I was successful enough or that I had accrued enough knowledge that I could make a video that's worthwhile. There's just been a lot of change going on in my life recently. Last week, my mom called me and told me that my grandmother had passed away. She'd been sick for about 6 years. She was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer, and we'd known that she was not well for a long time. It wasn't really a huge shock whenever I heard about it, but it was just this weird feeling of not knowing how to process it. Like, part of me thinks, you know, I could just call her up on the phone and just talk to her and she'll be there, but she won't. My other grandmother passed away earlier this year. It feels the same way with her. Like, it feels like she's not actually gone. It's just that I just need to call her so that I can actually know that it's real. I think what kind of compelled me to make this vlog today is the idea of change. You know, it's not change itself that's scary. It's not knowing that you'll be okay on the other side of it. This summer, obviously I haven't been taking any more classes because I've graduated, but I've been working on post-production on my short film that I spent all of last year making. Part of me feels like it's not really going to hit me that I'm no longer at NYU until that short film is done. And then I feel like I'm going to be a wreck. But I've been trying so hard to hold on to the things that I actually know that I feel like I've lost track of the world that I don't know, that I could have been putting in more job applications, that I could have been networking more, that I could have been doing things that are outside of my comfort zone more. The scariest thing for me about leaving college is that really for the first time, I am responsible for what happens next. I don't have a pre-made schedule for me. I don't have another year of classes, or I don't have another step that is already prescribed that I have to take, that I know, at least I have comfort in knowing that that is what's going to happen next. I'm truly at the point in my life where I don't know what's going to happen next. It's like an existential crisis, you know? I'm responsible for what happens to myself, and I look at myself and I look at what I don't know, what I haven't done, and I think there's no way. But change doesn't have to be scary. It can lead to some incredible opportunities. That's part of the reason why I started this YouTube channel. Making vlogs is definitely something that's out of my comfort zone. I mean, it's scary to do this every week. To wonder, am I going to say something that's meaningful? Am I going to be funny? Am I going to be doing something that people actually care about? It's scary for me, but it's also something that is building, I think, my ability to trust my instincts, as well as something that I think will help with networking, putting myself out there, and also knowing how to articulate the things that I'm going through in a way that people can connect with. But it's also true that sometimes change just sucks. I feel like in my life right now, it seems like everything is requiring more effort on my part, and the payoff is also decreasing. And that can be really stressful and really depressing, and it makes you wonder, why didn't anybody tell me this? But the truth is that they probably did, and it's just easier for me to blame other people, and it's easier to accept helplessness than to actually take agency for yourself. We always look back to our past or our recent past to ask ourselves, how is my life compared to then? Nostalgia is a curious thing because we always selectively omit the negative things that have been going on in our life back then. We always think of the good things, but to be honest, I wouldn't want to go back. I wouldn't want to be a kid again because then I'd have to go to Sam's Club every weekend. I wouldn't want to go back to being a freshman in college because I've grown so much as a person over the last 4 years that I never would have believed it if somebody had told me. Nostalgia can be incredibly painful whenever you leave college because everything is harder, but you also have to recognize that this has always been the way life has been. I've enjoyed the privilege of not having to face those hardships until now. And I'm sure that I'm going to face more hardships as I grow up, but I think that the hardships I'm dealing with now are enabling me to do something that's bigger and more challenging, but I will be more prepared for it. Maybe in the future, I'm gonna look back at these videos and look at myself, this 22-year-old kid, making YouTube videos to document his life and think, man, I really miss the good old days, but I also like it better now. With that, I will see you later.